Rome, the capital of Italy, is known as the Eternal City and is one of the oldest and most historically rich cities in the world. The city was founded in 753 BC and has served over the centuries as the center of the Roman Empire, the seat of the Roman Catholic Church, and the heart of the Italian Renaissance. Today, Rome is a vibrant metropolis that seamlessly blends its ancient past with the energy of a modern city. The city of Rome is one large, lively, open-air museum. Today, we show you 10 beautiful sites that you can definitely visit when you are there. Welcome to Rome. Let's quickly get to the first point of interest, because there is a lot of fun to show in this video. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and like so that you can travel with us to great cities and countries in the future. And if you have any nice suggestions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. The Colosseum, also known as the Flavian Amphitheater, is an iconic symbol of the ancient Roman Empire and one of the most impressive architectural and ingenious achievements of the ancient world. Located in the heart of Rome, Italy, this enormous amphitheater was built in 80 AD, inaugurated by Emperor Titus, after a construction period of about 10 years under the leadership of the Flavian emperors. The Colosseum was designed for the entertainment of the Roman people and could accommodate between 50,000 and 80,000 spectators. It was the scene of spectacular events, including gladiator fights, animal fights, and mock naval battles, sometimes flooding the entire arena. These games reflected both the technological innovation and the social and cultural values of ancient Rome. Located in the heart of ancient Rome between the Palatine Hill and the Capitoline Hill, the Roman Forum is a vast field of ruins that was once the center of Roman public and political life. This historic square was the scene of triumphal processions, elections, public speeches, and it was also the site of important religious and legal institutions. Over the centuries, the Forum evolved from an unorganized meeting place for markets in the 7th century BC to the social, political, and commercial heart of the city of Rome. The Forum houses the remains of some of the oldest and most important structures in the ancient city, including the Temple of Saturn, the Temple of Vesta, the Arch of Titus, and the House of the Vestal Virgins. Each of these monuments tells a part of Rome's rich history, from the Republic to the Empire. Originally built as a temple to all the Roman gods, the Pantheon in Rome is an architectural masterpiece and one of the best preserved monuments of antiquity. The current structure was completed around 126 AD. Under Emperor Hadrian, although it was originally built around 27 BC, was founded by Marcus Agrippa, as indicated by the inscription on the facade. After a fire, the Pantheon was rebuilt and finally completed in the 7th century AD. Donated to the Christian Church by Pope Boniface IV and dedicated as the Church of Santa Maria ad Martires. The Pantheon is best known for its impressive dome, the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world to this day. The design of the dome, with a diameter of approximately 43.3 meters, was revolutionary for its time and remains an engineering marvel. The most striking feature of the dome is the oculus, an open circular opening at the top that lets in light and air and acts as a connection between the temple and heaven. During rainfall, water falls through the oculus and is drained through the original drainage system in the floor. Vatican City, officially the Vatican City State, is the smallest independent state in the world, both in terms of area and population. It is an enclave within the city of Rome, Italy, and serves as the spiritual and administrative headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church, as well as the home of the Pope, the leader of the global Catholic community. Vatican City officially became independent from Italy in 1929, under the Lateran Treaty between the Holy See and the Italian government. Despite its small size, Vatican City is home to some of the most famous cultural and religious sites in the world, including St. Peter's Basilica. This is the largest church in Christianity, built on the traditional resting place of the Apostle Peter. The Basilica, with its imposing dome designed by Michelangelo, is a masterpiece of Renaissance architecture and a center of Christian pilgrimage. St. Peter's Square, designed by Gian Lorenzo Bernini in the 17th century. This enormous square in front of St. Peter's Basilica is surrounded by impressive colonnades and is the site of many important papal ceremonies. The Vatican Museums. These museums contain one of the world's most impressive art collections, collected by the popes over the centuries. They include several museums, such as the Pio Clementino, Gregorian Egyptian Museum, and the Raphael Rooms, and finally lead to the famous Sistine Chapel, with its famous frescoes by Michelangelo. The Trevi Fountain, or Fontana di Trevi in Italian, is one of the most spectacular and famous fountains in the world, located in the heart of Rome, Italy. Completed in 1762 and designed by Nicola Salvi at the behest of Pope Clement XII, the fountain is a masterpiece of Baroque art, dominating the facade of the Palazzo Poli. It is the largest Baroque fountain in the city and one of the most visited tourist attractions. The fountain is located at the intersection of three roads, Trevi, which explains the name Trevi. The design of the fountain is based on three themes: nature, Roman victories, and papal power. In the center of the fountain is the statue of Oceanus, the god of all waters, depicted in a shell-shaped chariot drawn by seahorses and led by tritons. The sculptures surrounding it represent the abundance of water and emphasize the importance of water to Rome, both past and present. The Spanish Steps, in other words, in Italian, Scalinata di Trinita dei Monti, is one of Rome's most famous landmarks, known for their striking beauty and as a meeting place. Completed in the 18th century, this impressive set of steps connects the Piazza di Spagna below with the Piazza Trinita dei Monti and the church of the same name at the top. Castel Sant'Angelo, also known as Hadrian's Mausoleum, is an impressive monument in Rome, located on the right bank of the Tiber, close to the Vatican. Originally built between 135 and 139 AD. As a mausoleum for Emperor Hadrian and his family, it has undergone several transformations over the centuries, from an imperial mausoleum to a fortress, a papal palace, and finally, a museum. Located on the west bank of the Tiber, Trastevere is one of Rome's most picturesque and beloved neighborhoods. The name Trastevere comes from the Latin trans Tiberum, which means on the other side of the Tiber. This historic district is known for its narrow, winding streets, lively square, Piazza di Santa Maria in Trastevere, and the Basilica of the same name, one of the oldest churches in Rome, which forms the heart of the district. The Basilica of San Clemente, Basilica di San Clemente al Laterano, in Rome, is a unique architectural and historical jewel that contains centuries of history. Dedicated to Pope Clement I, one of the first popes, this church is a fascinating tiered structure comprising 3 levels of structures dating from different periods in Rome's history. The Archbasilica of St. John Lateran is one of the most important and oldest churches in Rome. As the cathedral of the Bishop of Rome, who is none other than the Pope himself, it holds the title of Mother of all the churches in the world in the Catholic tradition. This makes it a crucial center for the Catholic faith, even above the more famous St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican. As you have seen, Rome is a beautiful open-air museum that will amaze you. And of course, there is much more to see. That is why this city is definitely worth seeing once. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and of course, leave a nice response in the comments. Until next time.